welcome back. Yes, you are back with your boy Scarcious. We're in the Ultra League right now, and it is the legend push. So we was faced up against a COMPILATION as we led with our Cresselia. They dipped out into their Pidgeot. Their Pidgeot is met by our Registeel. So at this point, I already anticipated that there's potentially double flyer in the back. Double flying team. So let's see how it plays out. You go for the Brave Bird, that's cute. Registeel doesn't mind. Alright, now we go for that Focus Blast, which would take them out as they went for the Brave Bird, lowered their defense, but they decide to shield, which is absolutely fine with me. They obviously just want to bring our Registeel as low as possible, which is fine. They could have done that with COMPILATION, but they decided to use a shield with their Pidgeot versus our Registeel, which we don't mind. That's absolutely fine. And now we're going for a Focus Blast once again. Bye-bye to their Pidgeot, expecting COMPILATION. And yes, COMPILATION comes back in, but we're going to be able to reach a Focus Blast because they wanted to fully farm down. Okay. Alright. Cresselia comes back. And they're going to offload Stone Edge here, I'm assuming. Obviously. And now they swap out, and there's their second flyer. It's a Noctowl. Okay. No problem. You know what we're going for here. Alright, shield up their Sky Attack and then just stack up that energy. Offload that Hydro, of course. Alright. Some good damage. Stack up. Overload. Overload. Alright, they throw their charge move. It's another Sky Attack. Absolutely fine. We're going to stack up, overload on that energy so that we have some residual energy to hit that COMPILATION with, so we can chip here and make things easier for our Cresselia to wrap things up. Alright, they shield that and we offload another. So, not going to be much residual. Sniped that Noctowl, and now we can offload the Moonblast onto their COMPILATION. You can already see where this one's heading. They should know where this one is heading. But they're still trying to play it out. It's absolutely fine. No problem. You go for Sacred Sword. So obviously they're not seriously playing it out. And we're just looking at them like, yo, what's happening? Are we actually doing this? And they decide to top left. GG's. Save all of our time and move on into the next one. Okay, faced up against a Wheezing. We don't fancy this one, so we swap out into Registeel. They're sticking around. It's absolutely fine. I'm expecting them to full send Overheat. They should look to dip, but they throw the Overheat and they stay, which is interesting. It's making me wonder what's in the back that you don't even have one answer to Registeel. But we're still going to let everything go. They should be throwing another Overheat here. That doesn't take us out because they've lowered their attack, of course. And now we're going to go for another Zap. This will take them out if they decide not to shield, but I'm expecting them to shield, and they do. So what do they want to do here? Because they can't fully farm down. So they throw. This should be Brutal Swing, I'm guessing. It's another Overheat. Why not? Why not? The attack is already overly harshly fallen. Alright. Becoming Cresselia, they swap out because their attack is way too low to do anything. It's absolutely fine. But they bring in Tapu Fini to our Cresselia, so we just stay here. We just stay here. This is absolutely fine. Alright, so they're throwing here. I was expecting them to throw Moonblast, but they probably thought I was going to shield. So they throw Surf, which tickles our Cresselia. And now we can go for another Grass Knot, and this will take out their Tapu Fini if they decide not to shield. But they decide to shield, and now they're down 2 shields, and we still have 2. I think they want to get off our shield, but we're not going to do that. And they throw another Surf, which also tickles. And then we can just throw a grass knot and get rid of this Tapu Fini with our 2 shields intact. Should look to get out into our Swampert. We do that, and it's an Empoleon in the back, and we still have 2 shields, so we're good. And they don't get to throw any moves, so we're offloading the EQ here, which obviously wraps them up. Bye bye Empoleon. And then they top left because they realize that that one is GG's. Nicely done. All right, moving on into the next one. Okay, faced up against a Greninja. Let's see what the vibe is here then. All right, we know Greninja's very spammy, so let's see how they want to play this. They might not fancy tanking a Moonblast. Let's see, we're watching, we're waiting to see what they want to do. All right, let's watch. There they go. We anticipated that. I had a feeling they would want to dip out there. And they dip out into Nidoqueen, but the Nidoqueen is now seeing Swampert. Are they throwing Earth Power? They do, but that's absolutely fine. I'm going to stack up some extra energy. They probably think we're going for EQ here. We're not though. We're going for the Hydro, which will still do big damage, but they decide to shield, and now we can just throw another Hydro Cannon. So what did they want to do? Did they want to double up? They do double up. But they got to realize this is not Great League where you can just double up and then take control. Nah. In Ultra League, 2 shields down while your opponent still has 2 shields, you will get punished. You will get punished. Alright, so offloading them grass knots. Alright. Is this one enough to take out? It might not be. It's just not enough, but that's fine. What's this going to be? If it's Poison Fang, we should look to dip out, but they probably will do the same. Yep, that's not going to take us out. We dip out, they dip out, and their Greninja is left with no shields and is stuck here while our Registeel has 2 shields firmly. Let's get to that Focus Blast. Let's go, man. Let's go. All right. Focus Blast will obviously decimate this Greninja. Bye bye, big damage. Come on. What's in the back? What is in the back? They're waiting at the clock a little bit, and then they come in Tentacruel. You can already see where this one is heading. All we have to do now is just watch out for a potential catch at some point. Attack has fallen, so we don't have to shield if we don't feel to, but we decide to anyway. Scald. Alright, watch out for that catch. Alright, there they go. And now we can just farm down the Nidoqueen. Zap the Tentacruel if they don't want to top left. They don't want to top left, so let's just throw a zap. Wrap this one up, and that will be GG. Nicely done. Alright, taking that W, let's move swiftly on into the next one. Let's get it. Alright, faced up against a Kyurem Spice in the Ultra League. Let's get them. Alright, so they're going to throw the charge move first. Then our Moonblast will come through. They go for that Glaciate. Even though they've debuffed us, I'm expecting them to still shield this. If they do, we're swapping out. They do shield. We swap out into Registeel. Do they have an answer? They do not. They top left. And that's GG's. Alright, quick and easy. Moving swiftly on into the next one. Okay, let's get him. Faced up against Tapu Fini. Okay, we love to see it. We know they don't. So expect them to try and catch. They do try and catch on their Gliscopod, but they're met by our Registeel. You already know how this one goes. They're going to be throwing a Liquidation, hoping for a defense drop. Do they get it? They do not. And now we offload that zap. How they feeling like? Do they fancy shielding? They do shield and they get their attack lowered for it. Alright. Alright, they're gonna offload another liquidation here. Let's see how they're feeling. Cause we're about to offload another zap, so let them come through with their second charge move. Alright. Get that zap off. What are they looking to do? They let that one go. Big damage. And then they come in with Registeel Shiny Flex and offload that Focus Blast before we go down. We know they want to commit to the full farm down, which they should. That's absolutely fine. Big damage though. Now we can come and Crest. What do they want to do? We're going to offload that Moonblast. This should be getting the shield. Their last shield as well. Yep, it does. No shields left on their end. One shield on ours. Their charge moves will tickle. Cresselia will laugh. Leaf Blade tickles. Absolutely fine. Let's see what they want to do though. Because they know we're going to be getting to a charge move and taking them out shortly. So what do they want to do? Alright. Watch out for a potential catch. There they go. So we swap out into our Swampert, into their Tapu Fini. Alright, and we want to save the shield for Cresselia. I think they know that, so they full send the Moonblast. That's absolutely fine. Let's go. Okay. No dilly, no dally. Shield that up. Alright. Offload the Grass Knot, take out this Tapu Fini, build up to the Moonblast, take out that Registeel and wrap things up like a Christmas present, and that will be GG's. Nicely done. GG's to all my opponents. Rightfully so. Taking that W to wrap things up and hit the target of legend for the season. Thanks to everyone who has followed this journey that was the last battle. Thank you guys, as always, for coming by. Once again, you all take care now. Peace.